Ladies and gentlemen, the last Randy Feltface reaction I did is doing magically. And for that, it's time to reward the people who hit the thumbs up. We doing Randy Feltface, Ernest Hemingway. This was the #1 requested video. Put in the comment section. The next one, thumbs
Here
up.
for the first time at the Melbourne International Fringe Festival, I present to you the life of Ernest Miller Hemingway in 3.5 minutes. Go! Born in Chicago in 1889, son of a physician and a musician, reasonably uneventful childhood, decided to study journalism. Enlisted with the Red Cross during World War I, got blown up in Milan and spent 6 months in hospital with severe shrapnel wounds in both legs. Fell in love with a nurse and they decided to get married. He came home to prepare, she stayed there and ditched him for an Italian soldier, which initiated a lifelong pattern of him rejecting women before they had a chance to reject him. Got a job as a foreign correspondent, drank, fell in love with his roommate's sister, married her and moved to Paris. Hung out with Gertrude Stein and Pablo Picasso, drank, started writing in earnest, no pun intended, Jess, moved to...
First of all, I did not know what to expect with this Randy Feltface did. But like I said, I'm not a huge, puppet comedian guy. I've never really found it funny. But whoever is piloting him, is that the right word? Whoever's puppeteering him is so good. You cannot tell me at times, just with the mannerisms and stuff, you don't forget, even for just a split second, you forget you watching a puppet. I ain't gonna lie, there's something about, the puppeteering of Randy is epic, bro. I really like these videos. Keep hitting the thumbs up button. As you see, bro, the videos that get the thumbs up get way better views and stuff. So keep doing that and let me know in the comment section what's the next one to do and upvote the ones you agree with.
His roommate's sister, married her and moved to Paris. Hung out with Gertrude Stein and Pablo Picasso, drank, started writing in earnest, no pun intended, Jess, moved to Toronto, had a kid, moved back to Paris, drank, published a couple of books, cheated on his wife, got divorced, married the other woman, converted to Catholicism, cut his head open after pulling on a cord thinking he was flushing a toilet and instead ripped a skylight from the roof and smashed it onto his face.
Damn.
Moved to Kansas City, had another kid. His dad committed suicide. He hunted some deer, he killed some bears, drank, had a car accident, had another kid. Went to Africa to kill some wild animals and got dysentery. Karma! Published another book, drank, moved to Cuba, shot himself in the leg whilst aiming at a shark.
Ernest Hemingway. Is this Ernest Hemingway or Forrest Gump, nigga? Goddamn. But another thing I question, if there's puppeteers who are watching this, how do you do this? Because you can't see, whoever's puppeteering can't really see what's going on, right? Or see how it looks to the audience, right? And how do you get the mannerisms down? Do you watch, footage of people and then you just, get it down? Because I wouldn't be, at the end of the day, it is an inanimate object, basically. It's just shaped to look like a person. So how do you get an inanimate object to feel like it has emotion? How do you get those little, even if I was a puppeteer, I wouldn't think to do some of the little hand over here to here or the hand there. That shit is a real talent, bro. And I feel like that really needs to be spoke on.
In the leg whilst aiming at a shark. Drank, cheated on his wife, got divorced, married the other woman,
Literally
published For Whom the Bell Tolls, sold 500,000 copies in a couple of months and got nominated for a Pulitzer Prize, kicked around London during World War II, kicked around London like a champion, cheated on his wife, got divorced, married the other woman, drank, became the self-appointed leader of a band of village militia outside of Paris, got pneumonia, got awarded a Bronze Star for getting amongst out of Paris.
What happened?
Became the self-appointed leader of a band of village militia outside of Paris.
I did not know. I know, I've heard of Ernest Hemingway, of course. You know what I mean? But I didn't know this nigga was... And I think I've actually heard people say he has one of the most interesting life stories. He's really the most interesting. He's the Dos Equis guy.
Band of village militia outside of Paris.
And apparently this nigga was thugging. Niggas shooting all kinds of shit, including himself, running with militias, nigga. Apparently this shit, Ernest Hemingway was out here thuggy.
Became the self-appointed leader of a band of village militia outside of Paris. Got pneumonia, got awarded a Bronze Star for getting amongst it when the shit was going down in Luxembourg, moved back to Cuba and spent most of his time on his boat tracking Nazi submarines with a machine gun and a pile of hand grenades.
What?
Had a few more...
This nigga's Rambo. Oh my God. Ernest Hemingway's a legend. Shout out to big Ernest Hemingway. The big, you feel me? He was making it hard for the ops out there. He was looking for Nazis. That mean that's my peoples. Yeah, he was trying to put something in the pack. He was trying to throw something up. I ain't mad at Ernest. Yeah. Sliding on their hood, man. Just waiting. Man, when these niggas pull up, bro? You got the grenades? All right, cool, man. Where they at, bro?
Moved back to Cuba and spent most of his time on his boat tracking Nazi submarines with a machine gun and a pile of hand grenades.
Gangster.
Had a few more car accidents, 3 more concussions, got clawed while playing with a lion. Got depressed, drank, got fat, published a couple more books, fell in love with a 19-year-old for a bit, that was weird, went back to Africa to shoot some more wild animals and barely survived 2 separate plane crashes in the space of 24 hours.
What?
One with a fractured skull, internal bleeding, cracked spine, ruptured liver, first-degree burns, and a paralysed sphincter muscle. Come on! Won a Nobel Prize, drank his liver into disrepair, had a file opened on him by J. Edgar Hoover, left a bunch of shit in a safe in Cuba and moved to Idaho, paranoid that the feds were following him, which they were, because he spent most of the 1940s working for the KGB.
None of this is made up. No, this nigga's a real life superhero. I don't understand why we don't know more about, like, what? This nigga survived 2 plane crashes in 24 hours? A broken sphincter is crazy. How do you poop? Oh my God, that sounds like hell on earth. What? And he's working with the KGB, dropping what?
He spent most of the 1940s working for the KGB. I'm not making this shit up! Suffered from hepatitis, nephritis, hypertension, hemochromatosis, anemia, and impotence. Come on!
Oh, come on.
Got committed, bro. Received way too much electroconvulsive therapy, came out all fucked up, hinted at suicide, and immediately got recommitted, received a couple of months' worth of electroconvulsive therapy, got released, put both barrels of his favourite 12-gauge shotgun into his mouth, and blew his fucking head off. What a guy! Yes!
They clapped? That's a Wait, what? Wait, that's it? Why do I feel robbed? My camera said, nah, nigga, that's too dark. We shutting off. What? That's it. I don't like that ending. That was such an awful ending for such a... Yo, shout out to the big Ernest Hemingway. Let me know what else I should react to next, man. I need to go read up on that guy.